Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday. End of my week going into the next following week. And I'm out here today multi-apping as usual. I'm on my little strip right over here where I have restaurants, Walmart, Sam's Club, ready to go. And basically, I've worked out my entire week. And the one thing that I've really learned a lot about how to deal and handle the fluctuation in the market is basically just working the time. That's it. It's just that simple. I'm fast approaching 40 hours this week, and I'm going to hit my numbers that I want to hit. Okay. And that's really what it comes down to. And it's all dependent on every person's preference. Okay. I have in here, I'm very meticulous and very detailed, but when you're meticulous and detailed, when you micromanage yourself, you get to see things that you never knew existed, okay? And you start to realize that you bring order to your life based on how you manage everything in your life, the time, work-life balance, how you do everything. For instance, I have a little schedule right here in my notepad that basically lines everything up completely as to how I want my week to be. Now, bear in mind that not every single day am I working 8 hours. But if I want to reach 40 hours by the end of the week, I basically make sure that I take 7 days and I break it down and I see what's important within that week for me to be able to do. And some days I'll work 5 hours. Some days I'll work 3 hours. Some days I'll work 8 hours. Today I'm working 8 hours. And I fast approach 40 hours a week within a 7-day time span. I also make sure to measure the people that I'm spending time with. Because basically in the gig economy, your time is valuable. It's important. It's a necessity. And basically, you want to measure your time against, what you're doing out here. So imagine this for a second. If you're making, say, I'm going to throw a hypothetical number out there. Let's say if you're making $200 a day, okay? Hypothetical number, or $150 a day, okay? And you have an 8-hour work day, and you take that 8 hours and you give it to one friend that you want to hang out with. That's $150 that you lose for the day. So that friend better be worth it for you to hang out with. But if you break it in two and work part-time 4 hours and then hang out with your friend another 4 hours, well, this 4 hours hanging out with my friend will be just as satisfying for me, and I make money in the process. So in essence, I take back $75. Okay, so 75 plus 75 is 150. So that's what I'm talking about. It's about managing your time. Okay, really making your time work for you. It is your schedule. You make it the way you want to, and it's unique to you. Listen, if you want to work 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, knock yourself out. If you want to work sporadic during the week, that also works as well too. Me, I set myself at a goal of 40 hours plus. That means 40 hours and whatever extra I can make within that week. And then I'm gauging myself and seeing as each day goes by, what are my strong spots? What are the best days and stuff like that? Basically, there's really no best days, because if I'm working 7 days a week, I'm just working the time. That's it. I can't control an exact number of how much I want to make. That's impossible, because in the gig economy, it's always fluctuating all the time. So what you want to do is you want to protect your mental health. You want to realize that if I work this many hours, and if I separate my time the right way, and I really value what I want to do each and every single day, by the end of the week, in faith, you will reach your number. You got 7 days. All you have to do is know how to balance those 7 days to the best of your ability. And I know there was one comment in the comment section that was talking about how to measure tip baiting and how to deal with tip baiting, and can I show how I've been tip baited. And I'm going to shoot from the hip. I'm going to be very, very honest, okay? There's nothing that I can control that's going to stop tip baiting from happening, okay? That's like a feat. There's no way I can do anything about that. I could work with it, but I can't control it, okay? That's why I just turn a deaf ear to it, because I'm not going to sit there and look at every single order and figure out who's tip baiting me and who's not. Now, do I get tip baited? Yes, I do. Based on how I track my numbers and how it flows for me. But do I concentrate a lot on it? No. So in essence, that question that you asked me about showing you where I'm getting tip baited, it's very, very hard because I don't focus on it, okay? If I was very meticulous and if I really, really wanted to focus on tip baiting, I would have to do that every single day. And I'll be very honest, if I started doing something like that, I would get very, very frustrated and very, very pissed, okay? Because I'm out here doing my best, okay? Now, I know DoorDash does not tip bait me because DoorDash normally adds tip on to any deliveries that are made. So I've seen those that have worked out really well. Walmart Sparks does tip bait, but I'm not aware of it because I decided a long time ago that I was not going to care, all right? When I'm out here by myself, I'm doing my best and my best is good enough, okay? I am working and I am keeping this strong right here. If I start focusing on every negative aspect of what I do with my gig work, I might as well not even do it. You might as well not even do it. What's the point? Okay? So for me to look at Walmart and see if I'm getting tip baited, I know Uber Eats, they tip bait as well too, but I'm not on Uber Eats, so I got nothing to worry about with that. Grubhub does not tip bait. Okay? So it's really narrowed down to just Walmart Sparks. I really don't focus on tip baiting. I'll be very honest. That's in my reality, okay? I'm not going to lie. I'm going to shoot it from the hip. I do my best to keep this positive out here, okay? To the best of my ability. And when I'm working every single day, I am determined to hit a certain number by the end of the week. When I hit that number, and in that entire week, whether I got tip baited or not, I don't care, okay? Because what am I going to do? What are you going to do? Think about it. With tip baiting, there's nothing you can really do. If a customer is going to do it, they're going to do it. But what if you were just to focus on your numbers? What if you were just to go out and work? What if you forget about the whole idea of tip baiting and just work the time? Okay? And just work it. Because there's nothing else you can do. I'm not going to go to the customer's house and tell them, hey, you didn't tip me and all that. Those are things that are out of my control. Okay? I have to have a level of faith and belief that by the end of the week, I'm going to hit my numbers. Okay? So, and that's the only thing that I focus on. If I'm going to focus on getting tip baited, and then I'm going to go mad. I'm going to go crazy. I'm not going to trust anybody. No. Just trust the process. Trust yourself and believe in yourself that everything is going to be okay. So really, it basically just comes down to a matter of faith and belief. I want to be out here to make my money, hit my numbers, and make it as smooth as possible. Okay, that's just me. If you're meticulous and you want to look for tip baiting, knock yourself out. Okay, but I'm not going to concentrate on tip baiting because then it's just going to bring me down. And I'm in charge of my emotions and my feelings. And I know how much money I make, and I'm very blessed and grateful. So I'm not going to go into my app and look around and find out, oh my God, where did I get tip baited? It's not going to solve anything. If you're going to get tip baited, you're going to get tip baited. It's a sad state of affairs. That's what happens with these apps. It sucks. But there's a lot of things that suck. Waits at the store. Orders getting canceled while you're there. Okay, there's so many things that you can say suck about a certain situation, but the bottom line is you can change your perspective and focus on the good things that do work, like hitting your numbers, working your hours, multi-apping, okay? You know, just giving the greatest service you could possibly have. At the end, you'll be fine. That's it. That's the bottom line. And I don't know if that answers your question, but again, I'm not focused on tip baiting. I'm just not focused on it because the bottom line is it's not going to make me feel good, and I'm in charge of my feelings. I'm in charge of my emotions. So that's more like a perspective of individual people that want to do that, if you want to be that meticulous. And let me tell you something, even if you did find out that you got tip baited, what are you going to do? Leave the comments in below. Let me know. What would you do if you got tip baited? What are you going to do? Are you going to cry out? Are you going to go to the company and say something? Can't get pissed at the customer, but what are you going to do? Give me some ideas. Let me know what you guys do when you get tip baited, okay? Because honestly, I don't really focus on it. I really don't. I just keep going. I keep making my money, and I'm good, all right? But, yeah, just keep leaving comments below. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know what's going on in your lives, okay? And, you know, just keep yourselves up there. You know, that's the best you can do. And just feel blessed and grateful every single day, and you'll be fine. And have a great day.